My dear child, come closer and listen carefully. Today, I want to share an inspired story with you. It isn't a story from the Bible, but it reflects the timeless values of sacrificial love, generosity, faith, and compassion that I taught. Sometimes, the greatest expressions of love are the ones that happen quietly, behind closed doors. A parent gives up a dream, lets go of something precious, and never asks for recognition. Years may pass before the truth is uncovered, but love has a remarkable way of leaving its fingerprints on every life it touches. In this story, a young woman believes her college education came from nothing more than her mother's determination. She never imagines that one priceless treasure disappeared so her future could begin. Then, 20 years later, while helping her own daughter choose a wedding dress, she comes face to face with a familiar gown hanging silently in a bridal shop. One glance, one stitched name, and a forgotten sacrifice comes rushing back with a truth that will bring 3 generations to tears. So open your heart, because before this story comes to an end, you'll be reminded that the richest inheritance is never measured by money, jewelry, or possessions. It's measured by the quiet sacrifices made by someone who loves you enough to give away what they treasure most, so your dreams can become reality. Now, let the story begin. Emily always knew her mother had made sacrifices, but she never knew the biggest one. When Emily was 18, the acceptance letter from her dream university arrived. They celebrated, until the tuition bill came. Emily still remembered her mother, Sarah, quietly smiling across the kitchen table. "We'll figure it out." A week later, "You sold your wedding dress." Her mother sighed. "You needed a future more than I needed a memory." Emily couldn't speak. "I couldn't let you give up your dream because of money." Tears filled Emily's eyes. "But that dress, it was the happiest day of your life." Sarah smiled through the phone. "No, sweetheart. The happiest day of my life wasn't wearing that dress. It was watching you walk across that graduation stage." The boutique owner quietly approached. I couldn't help overhearing. She gently lifted the gown from the rack. "This dress has been here for years. If it truly belongs to your family, I'd be honored for it to go home." Emily shook her head. "No, I'd like to buy it." A few months later, on her daughter's wedding day, Emily carefully handed her the same dress. "This belonged to your grandmother. She gave up this dream." The money appeared. Emily never asked how. She graduated, built a successful career, bought a home. Life moved forward. Her mother never once mentioned the tuition again. 20 years later, Emily was helping her own daughter shop for a wedding dress in a small bridal boutique. As they wandered through rows of beautiful gowns, one dress caught Emily's attention. Simple, elegant, vintage lace. Something about it felt strangely familiar. She stepped closer, then froze. Sewn inside the collar, in faded handwriting, was her mother's name, Sarah Mitchell. Emily's heart pounded. She immediately called her mother. "Mom, did you ever own this dress?" Silence. Then a soft laugh mixed with tears. "I wondered if I'd ever see it again." Emily whispered, "So ours could live." 3 generations stood together, all in tears. In that moment, Emily realized something money could never buy. The greatest inheritance isn't jewelry, or property, or wealth. It's the quiet sacrifices made by someone who loves you more than themselves. This inspirational fictional story reflects the selfless love, generosity, and hope inspired by the teachings of Jesus. Sometimes the most precious treasures aren't the ones we keep, they're the ones we're willing to give away so someone else can flourish.